You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Hello, it's JPA here. Welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video I'm going to be talking about Rangers Aberdeen, which was played on Sunday. Unfortunately I've been working, so I couldn't do the video last night or tonight. I've just watched the game because obviously I had it recorded because I was working and because I missed it. Really good game. I'll go straight into the video and we'll talk about it. So the game finished Rangers 2, Aberdeen 0. Really dominant performance from us from start to finish, really. We completely dominated the ball, we completely controlled the game. Aberdeen were very, very poor, I would say. Very tentative, they didn't really get into the game at all. Obviously, in recent games when we've played them, they've had their game plan of sitting in, defending deep and trying to hit us on the break. And a lot of the times we kind of run out of ideas when we're trying to get the goal. But this time, this new formation, this new system that we're playing, with Arfield just off Defoe, and it even worked with Kent as well, who came back into the side. Aberdeen are kind of having to play a different way, and to be honest, they didn't really do that, and it was just up to us to control the tempo of the game. We were just in full control the entire match. Disappointing we couldn't get more goals, but considering how compact Aberdeen were, it's surprising that we even got any chances at all. But we'll talk about that a wee bit later on, about the chances and the goals and stuff like that. So as I say, first half we completely controlled the game. Disappointing we couldn't get more chances created. We did create a couple of chances. A move involved in a real good touch from Arfield through to Defoe. Defoe hit it on target, did what he was supposed to do, and it was a really good save for Joe Lewis, which kept it out after a really good move. So without really creating too many opportunities, we had a couple of crosses in for Tav, had a header that was no far away. We just controlled it so much in that first half, and we were just kind of disappointed, or a little bit frustrated, sorry, that we just really didn't find that cutting edge to score. Kent tried a number of things. For me, Kent had one of his worst games in a Rangers shirt, but that's not to say he had a bad game. It's just the standard that he's set himself so high that I believe something like maybe just the 2 games that he's missed, his sharpness wasn't quite there. Didn't get me wrong, he was trying stuff, he was taking people on, but just maybe that final ball or the final kind of shot just got taken away from him a little bit, and he wasn't kind of as sharp as he has been recently. So first half finished 0-0, and into the second half we pressed it a little bit higher up the pitch, forced them into errors, and the first goal came 48 minutes into the game, and it was a penalty. Now for me it was a Stonewall penalty. The ball came into the box, it felt like Katic had kind of like turned his body away from the defender. The defender clipped his heel and he went over. He might have went over a little bit dramatically, but I think if he didn't go over, he probably wouldn't have got the penalty, although it was a foul. Up stepped Tavernier, and you know what Tavernier's going to bring. I think it's 16 penalties he's had this year. I know he's only missed 2 of them. So he stepped up and scored the penalty. Real good finish down the middle. In between the first and second goal, Tavernier actually got a third goal, which was wrongly ruled off for offside. It was Defoe slipped him in. It was just really quick the way it happened, and he was just off according to the linesman. But if you look at the replay, which I'll show you a wee still in a wee minute, he was definitely onside. Maybe his arm was offside, but I think the rule is if a part of the body that you can score with is offside, then it's offside. But obviously you can't score with your hand, so in that case he was definitely onside, and I'll show you that in a wee minute. So as you can see, that was clearly onside. Wrong decision by the referee, but that's not really talked about. It's only the indecisions between the penalties that's talked about now, and obviously the red card, which I'll go into in a minute. Second goal came 10 minutes for the end. We worked really hard. Defoe hitting the left, created something for nothing, kind of created a chance, tried to slip in Arfield, and it came off the defender. He just let it go for a corner, and through that corner the balls came in, and Considine and Katic went to jump for it, and as Katic went to jump, Considine has kind of brushed his face a little bit, which obviously impeded Katic for jumping for the ball. Now, there wasn't a lot in it, in my opinion, and I actually didn't think it was a penalty, but it was a foul. If that was kind of the opposite way and that was an attacker going for it or whatever, you'd probably just get that the other way, but the referee gave the penalty, which I've no real issues about. Obviously, if it was the other way around and it was Aberdeen getting a penalty against Rangers, I'd be pretty disappointed, but it's not us that's given the penalty, it's the referee's made the decision. Harshly is giving the guy a second yellow card, which I didn't think it was a yellow card either. I don't think there was any clear intent there, but he's been given a second yellow, and that's put Aberdeen down to 10 men. So you know what happens next. Obviously a penalty, Tavernier steps up, and you know what's going to happen. He put it to the keeper's right hand side this time. Keeper was actually unlucky not to get to it. It was a really good finish for Tav, and that puts him on 16 for the season, which is absolutely incredible for a right back. It'd be good for a midfielder or a striker, but the fact he's playing at right back is just absolutely incredible. If you put that way, his assists, which I'm not exactly sure the amount of assists he's got, but it's really, really high, and Tavernier's just an absolute beast when it comes to creating goals and scoring them. So that penalty put us 2-0 up, and we were actually just in complete cruise control at that point. It was getting to the point where every pass was getting cheered by the fans. You've seen it before when a team's a couple of goals up, you go way, 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 way every time they get the ball. That's the kind of game it was. We were just so dominant from start to finish. Brought a couple of subs on. McCrory came on, and who was the other one? Sorry, Candeas came on. Sorry, for Kent, and they came on, did their thing, solidified the team. Didn't really make a great impact. They didn't have a lot of time, but it was the third substitute that everybody's going to be talking about, and that was the return of Lee Wallace. Really, really delighted for him. I personally know his sister-in-law, and I'm actually delighted for Lee Wallace to get back on the pitch. Albeit it's probably just a cameo. I don't know if he'll play next week against Hibs. I don't know if he'll get any other chance this season, but the bout at Ibrox was really, really special for him. Delighted that he got that time on the pitch. Wasn't a lot of time. The crowd were absolutely jubilant. Every time he got the ball, was a big cheer going up. And if it wasn't for the offside call, he would have been in on goal, and he almost scored, which would have been really, really good for him. So delighted to see Lee Wallace. Tell me what you guys think down below. Obviously, I'd be delighted if he stayed at the club, but we all know that's kind of not going to happen. He's probably going to leave at the end of this season, so it was really, really good for him to get on the pitch. Obviously, with that win, that consolidates second place. That means we can finish no lower than second place now. Obviously, Celtic would have to have a complete collapse for us to win the league now, but we're still guaranteed second now, which is really, really good. Obviously, as a Rangers fan, second doesn't mean an awful lot, but considering where we've been the last 7-8 years, second is a delight to have. It's progress on last year, which I'll probably do another video on maybe towards the end of the season on how I feel we've progressed under Gerrard. But for me, it's progress getting that second place and getting one up on Derek McInnes as well. He used to be a good player for Rangers, but since he's went to Aberdeen, he's become a bit of a dick, and complete dislike for him now. No respect for him. I'll go on to the man of the match now, and for me, it was Davis. But once again, for the fourth week running, it could have been 5, 6, maybe even 7 players. We're just that much a good team right now, particularly the midfield. I love this midfield three of Kamara, Jack and Davis just kind of sitting in, and a couple of them can go forward and one sits back, and it's just such a good chemistry between them. Some of the intricate diamond passing, triangle passing, sorry, just three-way pass. It's just really, really good to watch. It's unbelievable. I'll go on to more about that in a minute actually, because I want to talk about something else. But for me, man of the match was Davis. As I say, it could have been Kamara. I think Sky Sports gave it to Jermaine Defoe, who didn't even score, but Jermaine Defoe actually played really, really well in the game. He was just, for me, Same with Kent. I think he was just lacking a little bit of sharpness. I don't know what that was, but in terms of his passing, that was pretty good as well. And obviously McGregor kept another clean sheet, so he played well as well. There was just so many. Lee Wallace played well when he came on. Just so many good performances. For me, Davis is the man of the match. Just about to wrap this video up, guys, but before I go, just want to quickly mention one thing, and it's a big question to the people watching. Who do you think should play up front against Hibs? Will it be Morelos, who's due back, or will it be Defoe continuing in there? Now, a lot of people are saying Defoe. I realise that. I understand that Morelos has got his discipline problems, but for me, he's still the best striker we've got. He's hit 29 goals, doesn't come by accident. He's a really, really good player. Not just his goals, his movement, his strength up front is just fantastic. Defoe's got obviously good movement, good finishing, and to be honest, Defoe's not done an awful lot wrong to be dropped. Morelos shouldn't really just walk back into the team after what he's done. I get that, but at the same time, he is a really good striker. If we are to part ways with his company in the next coming month or so, at the end of the season, then I kind of feel like we need to put him in the shop window again. And for me, he needs to play the next couple of games, get a couple of goals in there, boost his value back up, because there's no doubt it's probably dropped in the last couple of weeks with him not playing. His disciplinary record's pretty much the last thing that everybody's been talking about since he's been away. So I think his value's probably dropped a little bit, and if we are to sell him on for a big fee, we need to get as much as we can for him. So discuss that in the comments, tell me what you guys think. For me, I'm leaning towards Morelos just for the sake of getting him in that shop window. But again, Defoe's not done an awful lot wrong to deserve to be dropped, in my opinion. Anyway, I'll just leave it at that, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much to the people who have done so far. And write down your comments in below, and we'll get a discussion going. Thank you very much. Cheers.